Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, BOBBi Dean. Thank you for tuning in to my third episode of Bobby's World. Appreciate y'all for watching and tuning in, or for those of you who are listening, still appreciate y'all. These are my lovely co-hosts. Introducing Miss Meosha Bean.
Hi, guys. I'm Meosha Bean. I'm a filmmaker here based in LA, and I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. Miss Tati.
Hi, I'm Tatyana. I am a certified lash technician here in Los Angeles, and I also own my own brand, Emma Moore.
Hi, I'm Shauna. I'm 28. I'm a mom. I have my own clothing company. It's vintage clothing, authentic vintage. It's called Kennedy LA. And yeah, hey.
All right, so all of these beautiful ladies will have their social links attached if you are watching, so you guys can follow them and support all of their amazing work. So guys, today we're going to be talking about some pop culture things, starting with Jussie. Whew, good old Jussie. I know y'all heard about it. For those who don't know, he is one of the stars of the Fox hit show Empire. He is African American. He is gay. He is an activist for the gay and LGBT community. And for those who don't know what recently happened, there is... I guess, can we still say here, he said, she said about him being assaulted by two homophobic men who, quote unquote, were like stalking and sending threatening letters to Fox and to the set of Empire. And he did this whole big spiel. Did you ladies hear about that?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
Did you hear about that? Mm-hmm. How do you guys feel about this whole story and how it's been unraveling?
Well, I've been really invested in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my friend told me about it, and I was just like, what kind of mindset do you have to be in to, I wanted to so believe him, to be on his side, but the fact of the evidence is showing that he made it up. And it's like, where do you, how do you get to that place where you're making up in such an elaborate lie?
Very elaborate lie. Very. I mean, I got a whole lot of opinions, but you know what? I'm going to let y'all start off with this. How do you guys feel about this?
I guess I'm still trying to wrap my head around it and understand, if he did make it up, it's kind of just why? What are you going through? What mindset? Or,
That part.
are you going through something? And then it's at the same time, I want to believe him because stuff like that does happen.
Right.
And a lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people get harassed because of their sexual preference and, who they are as a person. So it's I don't know. I'm still in the middle trying to understand it.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know much about it, but from what I do know, I just feel like probably some of it is true, but it's probably exaggerated. And I mean, who knows if exaggerated is the same as just making it all up, but I think either one is wrong. But I feel like to some extent, I mean, I don't know, I just don't want to believe that someone could be that sick to I feel like you should be out there trying to take people in your community further, not a step back, I just feel like it's a selfish move. And that's in that sense, I guess.
Absolutely. I mean, when I first heard about it, the first thing that came to my mind was just absolutely every single thing that he's done as an activist is now just completely shitted on. 1000%. Now it's out. I don't know. I'm not even a part of the gay and LGBT community like that, but I am still supportive and protective of them. So the fact that he made this elaborate story does bother me, but the industry part within me is a little bit upset about his PR and everything. A smart person, yo, Jussie, please contact me, babe, because I can work for you. We could have flipped this shit and made this into something spectacular. I feel like he could have easily flipped this, or his people could have flipped it into something else. Being that he's already an activist, why not be you know what? Jussie had this brilliant idea, a campaign. He wanted to support people who suffer from from mental illnesses and things like that. So you know what, Jussie is going through something. He had a breakdown, and you know we thought that this would shine light on that, and blah 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 blah. Like they could have done something like that, you know. And then I feel like the community would be like, oh yeah, mental illness awareness. Thank you, Jussie. Yeah, you're amazing. You know, activist guy. But they just, like, where the fuck was his PR is what I need to, like, where were these people when this man went and just did all this? Like, why weren't they doing their job? And you know what I mean? Like, keeping track of him. Like, this is why celebrities have a whole team of people to stop you from doing dumb shit. Yeah. I also feel really bad for him and his sister because they're also, you know, she's an actress just as well. And she obviously is going to be looked at a certain type of way. She's helped her brother with so many of his campaigns and whatnot. Right. And I mean, I don't know. Also, the little ethnic part in me is kind of like, you brought shame and dishonor to your family. Like, part of me also feels like that. Like, I would not want to be affiliated to this man. Like, if that's my own blood, I'd be like, look, peace out. I love you, Jess, but...
Yeah. I honestly think it was a bit, and this is only my opinion. I mean, this is not to judge him or anything like that, but just from what the evidence shows, and then after, like, this stuff happened, he goes on tour. Girl. And it's just like, now, you know, he's just a full, you know, he's sold out. You know, who was actually going to go see him on tour? Not to be funny or throw shade, but no one was really checking for Jussie at the time. So I guess maybe that kind of helped his tour.
I thought about that, which also just, once again, the industry part within me was also like, you know, maybe he's trying to bust out the writing chops. He wants to be seen in a different light. Maybe he's like, you know what, Empire? I heard you guys were cutting my character short. I'm going to show y'all what I could bring to the table. I could bring us all kinds of press and look at me as I don't know. I'm trying to give this man the benefit of the doubt and give him more options. But
if you're going all out, right? Right? If you're going all out and you hired these two guys and you said that they, you know, wouldn't you hire them, have them like white? If it's a story.
That's what a lot of people brought up. Do you feel like that also killed the credibility to his story? So, Shauna, since I know you said you're not that or as informed or invested in the story, but so the people that he hired to be the people that assaulted him or whatever, they were not white. Everyone was expecting, you know, hearing the story, they're white, they're white. Yeah. Do you guys feel like that ruined the credibility of his story? Because not to be messed up, but this is how I look at it. Look, we have racist, homophobic, everything in every culture. Absolutely. So for me, I'm kind of like, I don't think it ruined it for me, but I am a little bit like, I mean, maybe it would have helped the story a little. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, did you see the interview when he said to what's her name? I think it was he was on the interview that he had, and she was like, you know, he was like, well, she's like, who do you know who the guys are? And he was like, I mean, they call me this. So you implied it when he said that in the interview. So you're thinking already.
That's where he was fucking up on his story. Yeah. Jussie, actor, baby. Learn your lines, boo. Learn your lines.
See, when I was like trying to understand it, like they were saying that they were his trainers and like he was hiring them. And so when I seen them, I wasn't like it killed his credibility. I was just like, well, maybe, like, I don't know.
His trainers for what? Like, I don't know.
To work out?
Yeah, he had screenshots of, like, a meal plan.
See, that's the thing. But, like, the meal...
He's like, the meal plan, what his workout schedule was. Like, he had previous screenshots of text messages to those guys.
If I heard that part, because I didn't, but if I would have heard that part, that they were, like, his trainers or whatever, first thing that comes to mind for me is, like, I don't know if anybody here watches Friends.
Yeah.
But
yes.
There's, like, you know what episode I'm talking about?
I love that show.
Where Ross was, like, trying to attack Rachel and what's her face and Lisa Kudrow's Phoebe. Yeah. And he's like hiding behind things and he's like Ray Punagi. And just like that's the first thing that comes to mind to me. Like, what are you training for? Like, why do you think somebody's gonna come and assault you? Like, how do you think this isn't like no wax on, wax off Miyagi moment? This isn't like what?
But see, even the meal plans, like the meal prepping that they were telling him was off. So that's when I was just like, and that doesn't sound like they were trying to help him.
He's like, can we, like weeks before, can we start a meal plan?
And how do you find these guys? Like, did he go on the black market? Was it Craigslist? I don't know. I need answers.
The guys that he said they worked on the show.
Stop.
Yeah, that's what one of the stories were.
Stop it. So now you just dragged your whole career down. Now you got to drag these 2 extras and their careers down. Like, what? I'm upset. Yeah. I'm upset. Do you guys think that either of these people, whether it's Jussie or the guys that assaulted him, do you guys think these guys are going to continue to work in Hollywood? What do you predict?
Maybe not the guys who we hired.
Probably not the guys.
The extras,
Jussie.
Thanks, Jussie, for killing it.
I feel like Jussie might not be as trusted by the industry.
Right.
I don't know, but like.
Right. He lost a lot of endorsements.
For sure, because like I said, he was one of like Hollywood sweethearts. Like everyone was rooting for him, you know? Like everyone loved him. Like who doesn't love somebody that's here to support the community and do better? Yeah. And then you do something nasty like this and it's just like, you know, what I want to know though is what was the cast of Empire telling him? Like what was the cast saying? Like you know Taraji, because she's the auntie that ain't having it. You know she went and called this man, FaceTimed him like, Jussie, what the fuck were you like? You know she went off on him. You know she did. Like, I need a piece of that. That's what we need to hear. Like, what was said?
But that was interesting.
Very interesting.
I guess if it's fake, I just want to, like, understand why. Like, what would make you take this extent? If, like, if they're ending your character on the show, like, what would possess you to put yourself in that position? Because you could have really gotten hurt. In a sense, like
even that, like how do you discuss that? Like because I know that they said like supposedly the guys were only told to quote unquote like hit him a certain way, or you know what I mean? Like so what do you say? Like not my mug, not the money maker, like like you know just scrape me enough to get some good pics for social media. Like I don't know, like what's the I'm with you though. Like what is the thought process? Like that really just makes me feel like you are just like
I don't know how it is, but I think you you get kind of.
My thing is how can you take a hit and like not go into defense mode like it's a natural human thing
unless you're expecting it.
Guess he was desperate. I don't know.
Well, we need to pray for Jussie and that he gets it together because baby you need some help. We don't know what type of help yet, but we are gonna tune in for every little bit. But you know, moving on to some other hot piping tea. It's very caliente. I know you guys heard about the drama with the Kardashians. Everybody knows about these ladies. I mean, it's kind of hard not to, right? I mean, you had Kim with her titties about to bust out of her her little thong-like dress, got all that drama. And then, of course, for those who don't know, Kylie, her BFF, one and only, Jordan, slept, or maybe not. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Quote unquote, sat on a lap of her bestie's sister's man. That already sounds so ratchet. Like you should never be put in that sentence ever. I mean, ladies, are we allowing this? 2019.
I mean, with the Kardashians, I'm not too surprised.
That's what I said.
Bringing up old news, but
that's what I said.
Kylie is dating Justine Sky's ex. Just throwing that out there. So I'm not really too surprised, but I don't think Jordan. I don't know. I don't know her personally. I feel like the story is kind of just like all over the place.
A little. So do you guys think that this story is real, or, you know, just in typical Kardashian way, this is all for like press and publicity and la 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 for the new season or the new Dash doll, whatever it's called, or like, I mean, is it for that? Is it real? What do we think?
I mean, honestly, I just don't care enough to like think about how. Because, like, Jordan, I feel like either way, her reputation is ruined. So it's like, if you would go to that extent, either way, whether it's for your best friend or just to ruin your character because you wanted to, but either way, I just feel like you're just going to be looked at a whole different way now. So it's like, it's just pathetic to me, honestly. But it's like, you are who you hang around, you know?
That's what I was gonna say. True. That's literally what I was gonna say. Like, I feel like there's a lot of factors that people are forgetting. Like, let's keep it 1,000. I know a lot of people aren't gonna like me for the comments that I'm gonna say. Keep in mind that I just feel like these are, these are little observations. It's not like this is how I feel. I feel like we're just faking the funk and we're not addressing the big old elephant in the room. Jordan literally just got bombed, okay? Let's keep it 1,000. Jordan has always been a very attractive young lady, but she was raised with this family who has already a lot of self-image issues. This entire fucking family has had a gazillion surgeries combined. Okay, not one relative, every fucking member, excluding the children and the dog. Okay, if we really want to keep it there, like on that 1,000 level of honesty. So Jordan has already lived in the shadows of these ladies being glamorous and these bodies and all of that. Jordan would get a lot of attention online for being a little bit more heavyset and for being natural. So all of a sudden there's rumors, okay, of her bestie, Kylie, getting her this surgery. I don't know if it was for a birthday or for what, but I know I heard it somewhere. People are saying that all this like beautiful swan upgrade is not real. They're like, that's already fake as it comes, you know? So let's factor that in. Let's also factor the part of her age, which she's a baby. She's young. She's early 20s. Then let's also not forget that Tristan is already a goddamn dog. So why are we acting like this is all a big surprise? That's my thing. Why is this a big surprise? Because did we really think this man was gonna be faithful after what we all saw on like the internet, the multiple women? You know what I mean? And no offense to Chloe, but I'm like, girl, are we gonna really sit here and act like this man was just like done with all of that? Like it was just done because the media put it out there. So hey, now I gotta act right. Like, guys, come on, you know.
I don't really feel bad for Chloe just because, in a sense, wasn't she the other woman when he was in a relationship with a woman named Jordan? So I feel like the whole cheating thing, I don't really feel bad for it because you lose them how you get them. So
that part though, your karma does come back and get you.
That's true.
I mean, from a regular woman's perspective, I do feel bad in the sense that you did just have a child with this man. So I do feel bad for you that you aren't going to continue that relationship. But I do feel like, why are we acting surprised? And at the end of the day, like I said, you got to factor in the fact that Jordan's a young girl. She's also new to this new look, this new attention, you know, and this man was never going to be faithful. And then on top of that, there's another little baby elephant we're forgetting. Tristan's also very young. Chloe, baby, no. He's closer to Jordan's age, if we really want to also take it there. You know, I'm just saying.
I think they're more surprised about, honestly, her just unloyalness, because it's like, at this point, bitch, you live with Kylie and you're just that unfaithful, like you're just that ungrateful. Like, I think that's more what people are surprised about. Like, and it sucks for Tristan, or it's good for Tristan because he's not really in the spotlight right now. It's all Jordan. Mm-hmm. And it's like people expected it of Tristan, I feel like. So it's like, oh, okay, well, he's just cheating again. But Jordan, like, bitch, you're unloyal as fuck. Like, you're living with her sister. Like, how dare you? Like, if you were in your own crib, then whatever. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But
because she personally went to the party, like...
Like, I don't get it. You got invited and his girl didn't.
But what about the whole Tyga thing? Because wasn't Blac Chyna like a family friend, and then
they all cut them off. Like, as far as those people, my concern right here is that, like I said, Jordan is a young girl. You know, she's obviously getting this new attention, this new spotlight. Now you have the world attacking you. Keep in mind that you guys have also been raised together, or you know what I mean, like. How do you just X somebody out like that? That's basically family.
You said it right. You said it's the look, it's all that, the money, what that stuff that it comes with it, you know. Mm-hmm. So I guess you got to be ready. And I want to believe that it's all make believe, honestly, because I would love to think it's very sad if she did. It's really unfortunate.
Did you guys? Oh, sorry.
Do you think that Kylie's still gonna be friends with her?
That's exactly mine. That was what I was gonna ask.
I think so.
I mean, okay, if we're getting super childish here, I mean, she didn't unfollow her online.
She didn't.
What I was gonna say.
She didn't unfollow. You know, once you get the unfollow button, then it's time to block and act like you died.
But it hasn't happened yet. At this point, we've all been a hoe, so bitch.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How do you tell her your hoe-ish is not allowed, but bitch, my hoe-ish is A-okay? Like, how do you say that? How do you put your hoe heel down? How do you put it down?
Hilarious.
Like, where's the whole line drawn?
Chloe's still following Jordan, so it's like, did it really happen?
Who's still following Jordan, you said?
They're both still following each other.
That's what
Yeah, and the photos are still up on their page.
I just heard that what's her face unfollowed her. You know, Chloe
Kim.
obviously, and Kim, and you know, then here goes what's her face? What's her bestie's name? Malika, whatever.
Malika's.
You know, Malika's just on her side. It's okay. We love you, Malika. Nonetheless, it's
I don't
cool.
know. I don't know if it's real, if it's fake. They also following each other, so it's like.
But didn't Malika get with French Montana?
Girl, that's what I don't know.
The whole
It's like, I don't get it. Like, that's the what is it? Black calling the kettle black? I don't know.
The kettle calling
whatever it is.
Y'all
know what I mean.
We know what you mean.
Leave it in the comments. I'll read it.
I went in an interview with T-Pain, and he said the exact same thing we're saying. The whole family does it. So
I just feel like I feel like, which, call me crazy, this goes back to me in my little one love moment. I feel like as you get older, you elevate, you grow. You do also have to just forgive and forget and move the fuck on, because let's be honest, with Chloe and all the L's she's taken, do you really think she has time to sit here and you know what I mean? Like, girl, you've dealt with this shit before. That, because people were even talking shit about that like right after the whole situation, she did like a big old event and, you know, paparazzi and everything, and literally that was another thing that of course the internet had to go and roast and drag. But Kim responded to someone online, and you know, she tried to get real city girls real quick and was like, so what you think, boo? She's not supposed to go get the bag, she's a mama, and da 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 da. And so everybody got on her about that when they're like, bruh, let's not talk the way you don't talk. Let's not do that. And number two, no one's knocking that, but of course everybody, I guess because Chloe's known for being the more mushy, sentimental one out of her family, everybody's kind of expecting her to just go hide in the corner and cry. But I kind of like the new Chloe. Dust that shit off, girl. Go get your money. Go do you, because like I said, I really feel like the older you get, you just elevate and just kind of let that shit roll off. Let it go. But did y'all see... While we're still on this topic, did y'all see Jordan's little situation at her event where she did her little speech and, you know, in spite of the events, it was like, I guess like an event she already had scheduled prior to this coming out. And for one, baby girl was wearing a whole tracksuit.
Interesting.
I just feel like after a situation like that, you need to be dressed to par. Come to slay. Like, yes, I took your man. Now what?
Yeah.
Even if that's not the case, I'm just saying it's all eyes on you, Jordan.
Maybe
you
she's
got a
pregnant.
new bod.
Oh.
I hope not, because then you just wasted your bestie's money in this new bod. Like, girl, what you doing? Now you wasting my money. Now you really got to get kicked out the fam.
But wait, did they actually see Jordan and Tristan? Because remember his ex, her name is Jordan.
No, girl, they said it was Kylie's bestie, and they even said that because, you know, celebrity parties, you got to sign a waiver and leave your phone God knows where, whatever. That was even part of the thing. So of course no one could record it, but you have multiple guests saying that they saw your bestie or your little sister's bestie on your man's lap. Girl.
Now, did he grab her and put on her? Yeah, see, there's. It doesn't
matter.
I know it's wrong.
The minute that your best friend's sister's man even looks your way,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
And come on, everybody knows the grown people lap sit. It's not just a lap sit, y'all. You know, it's a little motion of the ocean. Get a preview of what he's working.
He didn't have no hood house party. That
That's
shit
what
wasn't
I'm saying.
packed.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it's a mini mansion.
That would be
real
different.
Mansion.
You have nowhere to sit.
That's what I'm saying. She could have
played
played the little arm, the little, what is it, the chair rest, whatever. Whoops, I slipped. But it's not a hood party. So I'm with you. It's not a hood party, bitch. And fuck that. Stand your big ass over there in the corner. You and my man don't even need to be in the same box. Nah.
And why would she go? None of the family. That doesn't make no sense. Why are you there and nobody else? I mean,
but that part, do we know that for a fact? Did any of the Kardashians say we were not invited? Did any of them say that?
I don't know.
No, but the fact
it's interesting.
But see, why didn't Tristan bring Chloe? That's the question.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, because this man acts single all the time. All the time.
It's like, why would you get with someone that treats you that way?
Girl.
Why would you stay with someone that treats
it gets
you
money.
Well, she stayed after the first one. I I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Well, guys, moving on to something somewhat more PG-13. So because of the whole internet craze and YouTube, there is a new quote-unquote fictional character called Momo. I recently learned about it. Like, I'm literally talking about just days ago. Have any of you heard about Momo?
No.
I just saw it today and I was like scrolling and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my God. I feel like, hold on, ladies. I'm just going to have to pass this around because you guys need to see this. We're not going to go into a full-blown video, but I'm just going to like, just the image itself is disturbing. No, absolutely. So for those listening and watching who don't know necessarily about Momo, like I said, it is a fictional character. Please pass it around. That's Momo. She is a very disturbing looking doll character, whatever. Apparently there's a YouTube channel who basically put out a video with this character. Apparently the video does not start off that way. Because it's in the children's section of YouTube. It does start very innocent. Very, very normal for what you expect your child to watch.
Like Peppa Pig.
Yeah, yes. And
Paw Patrol,
that's what I've also heard,
SpongeBob.
that it's been featured there, which that part even bothers me. Like, why is it featured on a
that's so sad.
very popular show? And then the character goes on, as the video continues, the character goes on to basically instruct your child to not tell you what they're telling them, and basically like just directing them to kill themselves.
Oh my God.
To hurt themselves and others. And like I said,
Like
my favorite
children.
part,
Young.
to not tell the parent. Who a lot of parents are very upset about this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a lot of parents are just really, really, really disgusted with YouTube because they're all like, why will you not take this video down? My concern is, why aren't we investigating into this person and who is this person? Who is this sick individual that like made this video for our children? Like, that's not okay. Like, I don't even have kids and I don't want my nieces and nephews or my godbaby watching this. You know what I mean? Like, even my girlfriends, you know, like who have children, like I don't want their children watching this. Like, that is very disturbing.
That's
like,
very disturbing.
Very disturbing.
I had no idea about this just now. Wow. And it's still on YouTube. No one YouTube kept it up.
Yeah, 1,000%.
How many views does it have? A lot?
A gazillion.
Oh, jeez.
It's wild.
Yikes.
It's wild out there.
6 children have lost their lives, though.
See?
Are you serious?
I didn't even hear that part. How old were these? Or what was the age range?
I feel like it's 6 children lost their lives or 6 lives were lost. But together, 6 lives were lost.
That's not okay.
It's just sickening. It's sad that the world has come to that. People just doing that. Like, it's sad.
My thing is, like, why target children? They're so...
Because they're so impressionable. So
right.
That's some sick
like,
people.
They can mind control.
You have to be really fucked up in the mind to even want to put something out there like that and enjoy that. Like, that's weird. Like, no.
That's my thing. I feel like it's gonna be like some weird Saw moment where it's like this weird person who maybe like lost their child and now is like, no one else is having a kid. But I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, Shauna, you're a mom, so how exactly did you find out about this?
I mean, Instagram, but I mean, I'm glad because my son doesn't watch YouTube for the most part, but it's just really sad because he watches Peppa Pig, he watches Paw
he loves
Patrol,
Peppa.
so it's like literally like you're trying to target 3-year-olds, like, and that's what's so sad and sick about it.
I had a few girlfriends who said that their children are a little bit older, like 7, 8, and they didn't even want to bring it up because they were like, I know for sure my kid will be very, very bothered by me even bringing up the name. Like, that for me alone is a big red flag. Like, the fact that you can't even bring up the name around your child, like, that's not okay. Like, that's instilling fear, and at that point I'm not for it. Like, you can't do that to these kids. Like, that's not okay. It's just wild. There were a few moms that also said that their children just reacted very strongly when they were talked about it. Other kids didn't even want to look at the picture, didn't like nothing because they had already.
It's so scary.
Yeah, it's very intense.
You know, I make horror movies, and that picture freaked me out.
Girl,
I'm like,
you know how much I love horror stuff, and
Yeah.
I didn't. I was just like,
that's.
Ooh. originally when I first heard about it, I thought about maybe like
Slenderman.
Slenderman. I thought maybe that. I was like, okay, maybe it's somebody that like entered a contest or just created like this elaborate story. But then the more that I heard about it, and I'm like, no, so this 1000% is trying to like ambush these kids, because it starts regular and then goes into it. Like, they thought about this. They super planned and plotted like on these poor children. Like, I can't.
I think partly it's and you know, we create these films, but some of these people who watch these movies actually take it a little too far, and so they, you know, and that's, you know, like this situation, the sicko thought it was funny to do that, or whoever is behind this. It's wrong. It's not funny. It's, oh my God, I hope they find out who did that.
Absolutely.
And like, I just feel like it's so important to watch what your kids are doing. You know, like my son, he has a tablet, so it's just like literally only episodes from Nickelodeon or Nick Jr. and then like games from that. Like, that's all it is. He can't go online. He's 3 years old. What does he need to be online for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does he need internet for? Like, he doesn't. So it's just so like important to keep it age appropriate, I feel like. And as long as you do that, I mean, there's no 3-year-old that should know about that. Like, he shouldn't even know. Like, I can't bring it up to my 3-year-old. He'll have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, he don't be on YouTube like that. The only time he goes on YouTube is for like probably like Wheels on the Bus, songs like that, like that I put on there. So I just feel like that's really important.
Bringing up the Slender Man, I do remember a while ago, my brother brought that up to me, and he's like, saw the video, and I'm just like, I'd never seen it. It's like some tall man, and he like comes at night for kids or something like that. Well, and my brother was so terrified about it. Like, he wouldn't sleep in his own bed. He wouldn't sleep with the light off. Like, none of that.
Well, that thing kind of evolved. Me and her have definitely talked about it. Because obviously, like how we said earlier, we like horror and we like that type of stuff. So it actually started, if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was actually like a horror contest. This guy, I believe it was a guy, created this character, and because it did so well and became so popular online, eventually they decided to make like even a movie about it and all that. It is 1000% a fictional character. It's not real. The guy was very like, or I'm sorry, the creator was very out there about it, that it's like it's not real. It's not intended to be like that. It's just what it is, strictly entertainment and whatnot. But it did take a mind of its own once he did put it online, which, I mean, in his, you know, I guess benefit, it landed him a movie deal, but it was widely popular,
very popular. Still,
how old is your little brother that was like bothered by this Slender Man story?
At the time, he was like 9 or 10, and at the time they actually said that some girl, she was probably like in the 5th grade, she actually killed one of her classmates because of Slender Man. She literally told the judge that this is why I killed her, and stabbed her multiple times. I'm just like, you're in the 5th grade. Like, how, like, where were your parents? Like, how does this happen? Scary.
Agree. Well, guys, it's a very, very, very scary world out there. Definitely recommend, you know, monitoring your children, your loved ones, if you have any younger siblings, relatives, all of that. I want to thank you all for tuning into this episode of Bobby's World. I want to thank my lovely co-host and thank the viewers. Please make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and to the actual podcast. Thanks, guys.